Hello, lovelies. Welcome to Narc Free Formula. My name's Freedom. Thank you for joining me. Tonight's episode is about, does the narcissist miss me? Before I start though, can I just remind you, if you like my videos, please remember to like them and subscribe to the channel and also hit the notification bell. All right, so for those of you who have had relationships or situationships, as I prefer to call them, with a narcissist, and you've broken up, you may be wondering whether or not the narcissist misses you the way you miss them. So let's get into it, shall we? I've got some notes. So although narcissists may say that they miss you, the fact is that narcissists aren't actually capable of loving their significant other, and the only kind of real emotions they have that they feel are more of the kind of negative emotions. So they're more likely to feel anger towards you. They're more likely to feel jealous. They're pathologically envious. So, for example, if you're doing okay without them, that would definitely be making them angry, because they are the kind of their disorder is, it makes them want to be the beginning and end of your universe. So in their mind, you should be missing them. You should be suffering. You should be suicidal. You should be curled up in the fetal position. Because according to them, your success and your happiness and all the good stuff that you had before was all because of them. So in their mind, you shouldn't actually have anything now that you don't have them. So that is more the way they're feeling about you. They don't actually want you to be happy after they're gone. They don't want, good things for you. They're not, like I said, I've said this before so many times, they're maladapted. They're pathologically disordered. It's the nature of their disorder. It is who they are at their very core. So, they're not well, and they don't, when you break up with them, like I said, they don't want the normal kind of things that most of us want. We want our exes to be well. We want them to heal. We want them to be happy. We want them to find love again. That kind of thing. The narcissist doesn't want any of those things for you. And it's not because they're loving you and they're heartbroken. It's not because of that. In actual fact, if you are getting messages or, text messages or phone calls, or they're telling you that they miss you, what they're actually telling you is they miss what you gave them. So they miss the fuel and the supply that you gave them. Because we all have our own, kind of unique and special fuel. So if you were primary supply, so grade A primary supply for them, obviously, especially if there's a long period of time that you guys were together, so they're kind of like anyone, I suppose, they get used to having that, that fuel, that your own, your specialized, it's like a perfume, we all have our own kind of unique scent, right? So with the fuel, all people are different. And if you were primary supply for them, grade A supply for them for a long period of time, they will miss that. So they'll miss what you gave them and the way you gave it to them. They liked their life with you. Because you've got to remember, they kind of suffer from chronic boredom. They make bad judgment calls. They're reckless. They're always chasing new supply, and they often get themselves involved with new supply. And they make these moves without kind of necessarily thinking it through, planning it out. So if he's now missing you, it's because he's made an error of judgment, and his new supply hasn't turned out to be what he thought it was going to be. So he's pining for the good old days when he had the kind of level of fuel that you gave. Well, that's what he wants again. But I mean, in all reality, what we're talking about here is we're not talking about someone who misses you as a person, but what you can give them. And if you let them back into your world, you're going to give them another opportunity to use you some more. So they used you once, they used you the first time around. If you let them back in, they're going to come back and use you some more. And it doesn't matter if they say, oh, I miss you and I love you so much and you and me, and, you know, they know what to say to you. Okay, they've studied you well. They know exactly what you want to hear. And if they want to hoover themselves back into your life, they will tell you exactly what you want to hear. And if you want to hear that they're missing you as much as you miss them, then that's what they're going to tell you. They're never going to tell you the truth. They're never going to come out and say, you gave me everything that I wanted. You know, I was on a good thing with you. They're never going to actually say those things. But that's the truth. That's what they're about, is usury. It's about what you gave them. You know, they obviously, they narcissists, they're all about fuel. They're all about supply. That's all that they're about. So if they're trying to get you back, and if they're telling you that they miss you, and they're, sending you these messages or whatever, it's because things aren't working out properly the way they planned with the new supply. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't plan on being anyone's plan B. If he's gone and fucked it up with someone else, well, that's his problem. Let him deal with that. Don't get sucked in. Don't get dragged around by your emotions. The fact that you're even watching a video about, the narcissist missing you shows that you're vulnerable of being hoovered back in. You need to harden your heart a bit, okay? Because these blokes will use you for as long as you let them. And quite literally, I've spoken to many women who have these on and off again relationships with the narcissist. He comes back. They break up. He goes off with another woman for a while. He comes back. It didn't work. He comes back. He goes off, breaks up, goes off with another woman. Didn't work. Comes back. 10 years, 20 years. I mean, are you serious? That's no way to live. So anyhow, darlings, no is the short answer. No, they don't miss you as an individual. They miss what you gave them, what you did for them, and your unique particular type of fuel. So let me go through my notes just quickly. And so I think I went through the emotions. So the emotions that they're going to feel towards you are anger and annoyance, envy and jealousy, contempt. So, yeah. All right. So, like I said, if he's trying to hoover you back in, it's just because things didn't work out with a new supply. So just remind yourself of that. And remind yourself also that he knows you well enough to know your weaknesses. This person is not, they're not your partner, they're not your lover, they're not your friend. They are your enemy, and they know your weakness. Okay? So you need to harden up your heart. All right, my lovelies. Thank you for watching. And get narc free and stay narc free. That's all I can say. See ya.